Okay, fellas, what I've got here is I dug a little trough in the sand with my golf club, a little valley in the sand. And what this exercise is really good, what it's going to teach you how to do, it's going to teach you how to have the proper low point in your golf swing. Okay, and it's also going to teach you how to have good impact hands, which means you're going to learn how to take your pivot, let your pivot drive your hands so the club lags. Okay, some of you, Ryan has a tremendous amount of lag, but the golf club's going way out to right field, so we have to take that tremendous amount of lag and get that swing going in the right direction. B-Man loses his lag. Tuan really loses his lag. Patrick, every time you hit a punch shot, you had lag, but big iron shots was a flip. And any time the club heads past the hands, you lose your control, okay? So what is lag? Well, when you change direction, you see that little whip going on right there? That club head does not necessarily want to go that direction when I do. Well, that situation puts pressure in these hands, okay? That's lag pressure. If you can imagine, if I had a grape, and the grape was between my grip and my right forefinger, and I changed direction, the weight of that club would squeeze the juice out of the grape, okay? Well, good strikers, when they change direction, that pressure on that grape is intact until the ball's gone. So we never want to lose that pressure off of that grape. So what I see, like in B-Man's example, you know, he's got this swing, it goes back fine, and all of a sudden we go here, all right? Well, he doesn't keep the structure to where his pivot can keep that pressure on the shaft or keep the juice squeezing out of the grape. What happens is it gets short here, and now the club gets cast sometimes. Not all times, just sometimes. Patrick, same kind of thing to a little different degree. But lag pressure is the elusive thing in golf that you guys have to learn. Ryan has it most of the time. We just have to change the shape of the swing a bit. So here we are in this little valley of sand. You just kind of set your club in here. What I want you to do is take some swings in sand and see where your low point is. And you'll see when you look in this video that I'm brushing away the back side of this valley and taking away the front side. None of the times is this golf club landing to the right of the valley. Golf clubs always land to the target side of the valley. Now another observation, if I was to look for my eyeballs through my hands, I see my hands on that valley. Now at impact, whoops, a little too much. At impact, if I were to stop right here, now from my perspective, I see my hands way, way out here. So address and impact are two very different places, okay? I'm not driving my hands back to address, fellas. I'm taking my hands to impact. So I'll hit a couple little shots. We'll drag the valley away. Okay? And you can see where my divot is. My divot, I hit the ball, and the low point of my divot is clearly 3, 4, 5 inches ahead of the golf ball. The low point of my golf swing, oddly enough, is under my left shoulder because that's when the golf swing can be its longest. And this goes to you, Patrick. The reason you hit that iron really well on the last hole we played is because you had that leverage. You had that long lever. Even as a big dude, if you don't have that big lever, the ball doesn't go anywhere, okay? So you could actually swing way easier and hit it way farther if you just get your lever in the right place. And bottom line is the golf swing does some interesting things, okay? We start off in this vertical condition. The golf swing, the face turns 90 degrees to this plane, and I'm just doing it on a horizontal plane. I could take it vertical, but we'll do it horizontal. It turns 90 degrees, and then we bring this turned plane back to the golf ball. Now my hand has no relation to the target at this point, and this is kind of the magic piece, is allowing that forearm rotation and body turn to square that face. So if I did it on a tabletop, there's vertical grooves, the backswing turns the face 90 degrees to the plane, right? It was on the table, now it's turned and rotated, and now the hands are starting to pass the ball, aren't they? And now here's where the body turns and the left forearm rotates to square that face. That's pretty much hands way ahead of where impact was. That's kind of the missing move with most amateurs that struggle with golf. So we can do a lot better. Just get in a bunker. If you hit 20 shots out of a bunker a day, it's like hitting 200 out of off the fairway or a practice range. Drag away the back of it, take out the front of it. Just itty-bitty swings. And that was even a tiny bit heavy. You can see if I look down, my divot was a little bit heavy, so I got to kind of let those hands have a bit more courage and let those hands get forward. Now you say, well, Martin, you know, maybe I'm going to hit it dead right if I let my hands get forward. Well, you will hit it dead right if you don't coordinate a little bit of rotation, nice flat left wrist, with some pivot. Okay, we'll do it one more time. And Tuan, this is your big thing, because my man, you would start shoveling back here, okay? So you've got all this speed, and that's why you can just bomb some of those iron shots, but the distances don't carry through the set. The short irons kind of go high and short. The middle irons go miles, okay? So we want to have that consistent downward striking compression. We want to flex that shaft, okay? So guys, I hope this stuff helped you. It was great meeting you. Hopefully next year I can get down, and I'd love to play with you guys again. So put a word in for me at the Aldo, and good luck this year, guys. And if you have a chance, come visit me in Bend. Golf course is phenomenal. Tether Row Golf Club opens end of July. I'd love to have you up here. Take it easy.